The 1970s were a decade of bold experiments in automotive design, but not all of them were successful. Some cars ended up looking awkward, unbalanced, or just plain ugly. Here are 3 of the ugliest cars that hit American roads in the 1970s. Please support us and subscribe to our channel. It will take a couple of clicks. Thanks in advance. Number 3. The Citroen Ami 8 was the successor to the already unusual-looking Ami 6. While it aimed to refine the design and offer a more practical alternative, it retained many of the awkward proportions and aesthetic oddities that made the Ami 6 so divisive. Unlike the Ami 6's sharply reversed rear window, the Ami 8 featured a more conventional fastback-style slant. However, the execution was far from elegant, making the rear look droopy and unbalanced. The Ami 8's front was dull and lacked character. The headlights were awkwardly positioned in a grille that seemed too small for the car's overall shape, giving it an uninspired, emotionless expression. Even at its launch in 1969, the Ami 8 looked outdated. The overall silhouette was neither sleek nor modern, with flat body panels and an upright stance that made it appear clumsy and slow. Despite its mechanical simplicity and practicality, the Ami 8 lacked the charm of other Citroën models like the 2CV or DS. It was a car designed for economy and function, but its strange proportions and uninspired design made it one of the least attractive Citroëns of its era. Number 2. The AMC Pacer was a compact car designed to be futuristic and innovative, with an emphasis on aerodynamics and interior space. However, its styling choices made it one of the most mocked designs of the 1970s. The Pacer had an unusually rounded shape, with an enormous amount of glass making up nearly half of its body surface. This created a bubble effect that looked odd and exaggerated, especially when compared to more conventional compact cars of the era. The oversized windows, including the large rear hatch, gave the Pacer an awkward, almost fragile appearance. The goal was to improve visibility, but it ended up making the car look more like a greenhouse on wheels. The Pacer was extremely wide for a compact car, but had a very short length, making it look stumpy and ungainly. The design aimed for a cab-forward look, but instead, it just seemed disproportionate. With its exaggerated curves and unusual stance, the Pacer looked more like a caricature of a car than an actual vehicle. It became an easy target for ridicule and pop culture jokes. AMC tried to create something different with the Pacer, but instead of looking futuristic, it became a prime example of 1970s automotive excess gone wrong. While it has since gained a cult following for its quirkiness, its looks remain a point of debate, and often laughter. Number 1. The Rolls-Royce Camargue was intended to be a bold step forward in luxury coupe design, blending British prestige with modern Italian styling by Pininfarina. However, it became one of the most controversial designs in the brand's history. The Camargue was longer and wider than most coupes of its time, but rather than looking sleek, it appeared heavy and cumbersome. The high belt line and slab-sided profile made it look bulky rather than graceful. The rectangular grille and quad headlamps were meant to modernize the classic Rolls-Royce look, but they lacked the timeless elegance of traditional models. The grille was too large and flat, giving the front an unrefined, almost generic appearance. While Rolls-Royce had always favored imposing designs, the Camargue's angular lines and flat surfaces made it seem unfinished. The awkwardly sloping rear further contributed to its clumsy silhouette. Rolls-Royce cars are known for their flowing lines and stately presence, but the Camargue lacked both. Instead of exuding luxury, it came across as heavy-handed and uninspired. Despite its high price tag and exclusivity, the Camargue failed to capture the prestige of other Rolls-Royce models. It remains one of the brand's most polarizing designs, proof that even luxury automakers can get styling wrong.